What kind of things are you doing with the people you support?
Right. And so I can say in the house that I work at, where I am right now, a large majority of the staff are people of color, and the news is on every morning. And so the people that I support, the individuals that I support, are exposed to the news daily, and some are actually soaking up what is happening, and they ask questions. And so for me, I'm also a mom. My son is only 11 months old, but I think of it in the terms of just educating someone. So we sit down and we discuss, and you break it down on a level that's comprehensive, because even for us, it's not always comprehensive. So we sit down and I'm like, listen, a lot of people are upset. And I know they heard us speaking about there was a protest in Poughkeepsie, and is it going to turn into a riot? We didn't know. It ended very peacefully, and I'm very proud. But just to explain to them, people are not being treated fairly. And I know that you live in a house where you see Black people and you see people that are not Black, because we have a mixture of races within this home. And to them, they get along, their family, and sometimes they bicker like sisters, but at the end of the day, you know, they do see different colors filtering through their homes. And it's important to explain that not everybody is against you. And in that same token, there are some people that don't have the same outlook, and so they don't necessarily care for people of color in the same way. But this is what we can do. When you have your staff that come in and they're not the same color as you still treat them with respect. You don't ignore or hurt their feelings when you're talking to your housemates. You don't ignore their feelings. Listen to them. And I just feel like the same way we explain what's happening now is also how you explain ethics in general. You treat people how you quite literally want to be treated. Don't disrespect your housemates because of their color, because that's what's happening on the TV now, and that's what you're seeing on the TV, and that's what's happening in real life. People are losing their lives because of it. And to those who can understand it on that level, would you be sad if this person was no longer here because they're a different color than you? And then you get the answer, like, I would be very sad. So then, right, you treat them the way you want to be treated, and just work it on a level where they can comprehend. I'm studying to be a teacher, and so my biggest philosophy is meeting students where they are, and it's the same thing applies here. I'm going to meet you where you are. I'm not going to explain something to you as it's being filtered through CNN or Fox or whomever the channel is. I'm going to filter it through a lens that you can understand. And if that means printing out diagrams or finding a comic strip or finding words because somebody likes to read, or matching up scenarios, whatever it looks like, that's what we practice, and that's what should be practiced, I think.
That's part of what we do as an organization, is to help direct support professionals think exactly like that. So.
Right. I have had the pleasure, because it is a pleasure, to have family members that do have intellectual disabilities. And so I've learned how to interact with people that have intellectual disabilities on a personal level. So to me, I see my family, and that's how I would want them to be treated. But then I also see my students, and I would never want to walk into a high school or a middle school and talk to them as though they're third-year college students, and I'm not meeting them where they are. And then that's setting them up for failure. And I just don't believe that's the right way to help anybody comprehend anything. So I agree.